Though little is known about its official status, there have been talks regarding the possibility of an Indiana Jones 6 following Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. After nearly 2 decades, Harrison Ford reprised his legendary role as Dr. Indiana Jones in Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, but this film served as the protagonist's magnificent farewell. Even said, the adventures don't have to finish just yet because many franchises have persevered through a lead shift, even though Harrison Ford's portrayal of Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny was his last. There have already been questions raised about the original choice to conclude the Indiana Jones timeline in the 5th chapter. Another sequel is still very much a possibility, given the number of fans worldwide who will definitely want to see Indiana Jones return in the future. This is especially true because the 5th film introduces a ton of new characters and elements that open up a ton of new adventures. Indiana Jones the 6th of May still happen even though Ford left the franchise after Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Latest news about Indiana Jones 6. Indiana Jones 6 is discussed by James Mangold. Everyone's talking about the most recent Indiana Jones 6 news. Is Indiana Jones truly done being an adventurer? James Mangold, the director of Dial of Destiny, says the answer is no. Professor Jones may be retiring from teaching after a lifetime of service in Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, but the title character is still up for adventures. Mangold stated to Entertainment Weekly, "I don't think he'll ever stop digging. And when he takes the hat off the clothesline, I think it's because, first of all, you shouldn't put hats on clotheslines. And second of all, no, I don't think he's done. I think that an ending doesn't mean that the characters never move again in their lives. It just means that you feel that you've entered a state of grace with their story. I think he'll wake up tomorrow and want to do something. But whether he's going into battling Nazis through time portals again, I don't think so. But I could really imagine him and Marion going on a road trip to some Inca dig or to some dig in Montana or North Dakota and renting a cabin. And I could see him really enjoying his life as a retired archaeologist. He retires as a teacher, but I don't think he will retire from being an obsessive learner, thinker about the past and the future, and science and mankind. I think that the second he stops thinking about that, I think it's game over. That really captures the essence of Indiana Jones, who has always been more of an adventurer than an explorer. He enjoys learning about the past, and he also tends to frequently find himself drawn into disputes involving the past and historical relics. The character would undoubtedly have more time now that he is not a teacher to dedicate to experiential learning on dig sites rather than repeating previous research in front of a class of students. There isn't a confirmed sequel for Indiana Jones 6 at this time. Although Indiana Jones 6 hasn't been declared or verified, it's still feasible. Disney is probably holding out to see if a second sequel might make sense. Even yet, it might be some time before another Indiana Jones film is released on a large screen. Similar to the 5th installment, the aging technology may be used in Indiana Jones 6 to subtly delve further into the past of the characters. But this would be an expensive undertaking and further stall the process. Why Indiana Jones 6 won't star Harrison Ford? Ford with a bang put an end to Indiana Jones. Harrison Ford has never been afraid to say that he would prefer to portray Indiana Jones over Han Solo and that he wants both characters to have significant film conclusion. Although he supported Han Solo's demise in the Star Wars film series, Indiana Jones did not share his viewpoint. Rather, he has always aspired to be able to end the franchise with a bang when it comes to the character. He thinks he's finished using Dial of Destiny for that. Ford gave the following explanation to Total Film. "This is the final film in the series, and this is the last time I'll play the character. I anticipate that it will be the last time that he appears in a film. I had been ambitious to do this film for 10 years, and there finally came a time when we all committed to that. It was a joyous moment for me. I think it's a rare situation that I find myself in. I've been able to deliver amazing films developed by Steven and George over a 40-year period, and to end it not with a whimper, but a bang, has been my greatest ambition for this excursion." Harrison Ford won't play the title character in any future Indiana Jones movies or TV series that Disney chooses to develop. It's evident from Ford's remarks that he gave Indiana Jones the resolution he wanted. Without him, Indiana Jones 6 would have to proceed. Cast of Indiana Jones 6, who might appear in the sequel. If Indiana Jones 6 were to directly follow the 5th film, most of the cast would have to make a comeback, yet the film would still have to function without Harrison Ford's return as the titular character. The actress who plays Helena Shaw, the goddaughter of Indiana Jones, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, is the most likely contender. Death hasn't always been final in the Indiana Jones movies, so certain well-known villains from the franchise, like Waller and Irina Spalko, may potentially return in the 6th feature. When it comes to magical objects in the Indiana Jones franchise, death need not be final. However, this does not imply that all of the deceased characters will resurrect and rejoin the cast of Indiana Jones 6. Certain characters must remain deceased. For instance, it seems doubtful that Sheila Baev's character Mutt, who is the son of Indiana and Karen, would make a comeback. His persona was among the most despised elements of Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and his passing in Vietnam gave the character a new dimension. Details of the Indiana Jones 6 story. What could the sequel be about? The proposed Indiana Jones 6 tale would probably need to be a standalone adventure that follows a search for a magical artifact in order to keep it out of the clutches of a terrible enemy, just like every other Indiana Jones film. A new figure who could continue his legend would have to take up Ford's adventures, as he was not interested in reprising the role for Indiana Jones 6, as Helena Shaw represents a whole new generation of adventurers while still keeping the connection to Indiana Jones and his past. That may have even been the character's original aim. She might very easily be given more of the focus in Indiana Jones 6, where she could take on the adversaries that her godfather has already faced. In Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, she demonstrates just enough skill and tenacity to make this a natural development, possibly even paving the way for future spin-offs or her own films. Alternatively, the sequel could probably be directed by any of the innumerable other minor characters that have appeared throughout the saga. Now that de-aging technology has been developed, there are no limitations on when the sequel could occur. Ford returns to make a few fleeting appearances as a de-aged character, although Indiana Jones the Sixth may be set even deeper in the past. Ultimately, it's hard to say what form a sixth Indiana Jones movie might take, but there are a ton of ways Disney could subtly carry on this tale with Indiana Jones 6. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more.